Hello, friends. This is Coldrun. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. We've just arrived in Sharlayan. We're gonna see what's up here. Got this. It really does look. There's even friggin' no, those aren't really gondolas, but it does still. Just even seeing it up close, it reminds me of that Final Fantasy XV city whose name I can't remember. The water place. Anyway. You're doubtless eager to take in the sights. Not to worry, Kakushu. The city is not like to vanish before we finish our discussion. Hear that sound in the background? That vocals? Gorgeous. Here we are at last, the great city of Sharlayan. You may have noticed some similarities with the Crystarium, yes? In fact, oh, but we really should let Krile have her say first. We can continue this conversation another time. Did you model the design of the Crystarium on this place? That would be kind of cool. Even allowing that the years I spent in the first here passed in the blink of an eye, the city feels untouched by time. Yeah, it does have kind of a timeless quality, like, I guess that's also by design. That's kind of, these people stay out of stuff. They just kind of preserve the past, right? Allow me to extend unto thee my warmest welcome, Kakushu. May the wisdom of our homeland aid us in our endeavors. I don't think it will, at least immediately. I think it's going to be a pain in the ass to get their help. Well, that was about as awkward as expected. Still, we're here now, and that's all that matters. Alphino. I'm fine, honestly. Better to be waved through with a stern warning than be denied entry after all. Yeah, that's fair. Estinian. I am unaccustomed to fabricating lies and demand. Why should it matter how I earn my living? That's a fair point, but, I don't know. I guess I never really thought of it, but I guess you would be, be a shit liar. You're very straightforward. Krile. I'm glad I spotted your ship coming into port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your land legs back. So we got our horse chestnut weapon coffer. Nice. That's our new quest completion song. Very solid. Oh, I got to clear out some of this stuff. All right, what did we get? High Durium Rapier. How do you show? Sheath or draw a weapon? Oh, right, toggle character display. Yeah, not a bad weapon. Old Sharlayan, new to you. Krile sweeps the signs with a speculative look. Horse chestnut gear coffers. This is going to be the wooden chest containing a piece of attire and possibly some chestnuts if you're lucky. Horses, however, are out of the question. Okay, no mounts in these chests. Good to know. I had thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I learned and how we might proceed. Okay, Krile. But this is Kakushu and Estinian's first time in Sharlayan, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit and people you're dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so you may all have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. That makes sense. The Talafari are patient. Once you've settled in, we can reconvene at the Baldesian Annex. How does that sound? 'Tis a fine suggestion, Alphino. 'Tis a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Levelier estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighborhood all the same. Oh, this is very pleasant music. Ishtola, I am equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin call home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Do we know anything about Ishtola's past? Was that covered in like 1.0 and or in like A Realm Reborn or something? I don't seem to remember hearing a lot about it. Thancred, likewise. A quick tour of our old haunts might even yield some useful gossip. The annex was west of the Aetheryte Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you anon. Yes, we'll see you there. Alright, Krile. And the party disperses except for Urianger, who's chilling. I too have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith. By thy leave. Oh, never mind, you're going. You have to make a dramatic exit. What of you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. Just going to want to go to an inn room and sulk in a dark corner. That won't be necessary until we reconvene. I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. Oh my god, that's the most Estinian friggin' line. But I could... Oh, okay, well, he's gone. See ya, Estinian. Well, Raha... Well, Raha, would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Oh, of course, if you'll have me. Come, Kukushu. Sharlayan awaits. I'm so happy he gets this. Because this is... I really like that music. That little tune. Because this is the dream he had for so long. Like, he told us about this in the first, back in Shadowbringers. He said, like, if like the Warrior of Light would have him, he'd like to go on adventures and explore new places and just... This is like his dream. I'm so happy for him. After all, it should be everyone's dream to hang out with me, right? After you, my friend. I am more than content to follow your lead. Yeah, I know that. Graha Tia is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. He's going to accompany me? You can leave Graha Tia behind by entering a different area, using the Aetherite, or putting too much distance between you. You can also speak with Graha Tia and select the option to part ways. Yeah, I'm not doing that. If you wish to have him again, return and speak with him at the original location. While he is accompanying you, next try speaking with Krile. That's okay. Like, all this stuff, I said this was unspoiled just because, like, but like just being in the, because I haven't watched like interviews or like lore dives on what to expect in Endwalker, but some stuff like features, especially mechanical stuff, just filters down to me. And I do remember now it was something about party members being with you more, and so this must be what they're talking about. All set? Let us be on our way. Our first stop, amusingly enough, will be the West Stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbor. Krile is now accompanying you? Lead your two companions to the last stand and speak with Krile at the designated location. Okay. While you're accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way, which would offer additional topics of conversation. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. I frigging love this. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. This is something I'm really liking in Mass Effect 2. And liked in Mass Effect 1 as well. Those berries are the most tasty fresh gobby treats. What are those two things by your side? Oh, those are mammoths. Very safe, you know, uplanders to eat. Yeah, this person isn't looking that thrilled. Oh, never mind. They're okay with it. They're into it. They like the nuts. They like snacking on these nuts. So we got someone crafting here. This is again, it's going to be a slow run. So this is a conversation point. Okay. Discuss the storage facility. Yes. With all the unusual wares coming and going at all hours, I expect the assistance of an intrepid adventurer would be highly appreciated. I see no reason why you couldn't undertake any tasks which pique your interest. You've been cleared by the immigration officials after all. I look forward to the day when your name is celebrated in Sharlayan the same way it is in Eorzea, and the same way it is in my heart. The storage facility, yeah. This place is called the Peristyle. Oh, wasn't part of the Crystarium the Peristilium? And it's the first stop for cargo unloaded at the docks. You'll find the usual necessities for daily living and other imports vital to running an island nation, but also supplies that lead further Sharlayan's pursuit of knowledge, namely large quantities of books, specimens, and samples. Sorting these stacks certainly seems to keep the attendants busy. Okay, neat. If gathering and crafting is your game, then you speak with Eureka here. He'll find you... Oh god, that's terrible. He'll find you some of the most lucrative work around. And that's like... Word whip is like a Welsh thing. I don't know how to do a Welsh accent. Even worse than... I have no idea. I haven't had a mock Welsh accent. If you're here looking for work as a gleaner and you got the right skills, we got a job for you. A gleaner? I don't know what a gleaner is. So this is the levy meat stuff. Should you know a capable tradeswoman in need of work, I beg you send them here. Well, I am maxed out in my trade skills, or I was before this expansion hit. Guild ship hunt vendor. What is this? My apologies, but I can't serve anyone who isn't involved with the guild ship's hunt initiative at the moment. I have enough of my plate as it is. So I must have completed... Okay, so old Sharlayan new to you. So I have to come back after I do my little tour of the city. Okay, I imagine it's going to come up a fair bit. Guild ship hunt board. This is... Oh, okay, this is like the... this is where I get the hunts from. Okay. Okay. Peristyle. Yeah, got a lot just commerce left and right. Again, I keep getting reminded. This is of that 15 city. We got gondolas, we do actually have gondolas and like little waterways and rivers. Couldn't tell I'm taking... Okay, yeah, so everyone's working. Everyone here is unloading. I will stop bothering them. Where are we heading next? So we're heading to the west. Scholar's Harbor. So that's where we start out. Just taking some time again to appreciate the music here. Hi, Dickon. Welcome to the last stand. As the final and some say only bastion of fine dining in Sharlayan, we guarantee a quality culinary experience found nowhere else in the city. I like your aprons. They're quite bright. Hildeweese. The coffee here is to die for, but one cannot look past their charming tea set. I recommend you order both, funds permitting. I mean, that's a pretty sweet teacup, I guess. I don't know. Not much of a tea person. Look at this. Okay, the food looks pretty sweet. Got a nice buffet sort of thing going on here. What are you two up to? Miaya. You must try the Zurich. I don't know if I've seen a Zurich before. It's amazing. Best shared with a loved one, if you ask me. Oh, Lalafell love. Is that a conversation point? Yes, it is. The giant statue. Oh, the giant statue. Now that is a sight one could hardly forget. The giant statue of Thaliak. As a student of Baldassian, I was usually quartered on the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. Yeah, this is like the main thing I remember from from Sharlayan in the trailer was swooping in on the pouring fountain there. This path leading out towards the sea is known as the Thaliak Stoa, so named for the statue of the scholar which stands at its end. As you know, the Sharlayan people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thaliak was chosen as our patron deity, it was more of a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles, as it were. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as that of, say, the Asgardians. Individual Sharlayans can and do worship the divinities of their choosing. Yeah, no, it seems to fit. It definitely seems to fit with what you're looking to do. Let me get a closer look at this thing. If I can, I wonder if I can go up it or inside it. Let me inside your Thaliak. That's probably blasphemous to say, actually. I think my patron scholar is... Oh, I can't go inside. Is the... can I jump up on here? Can I... No, I can't. Invisible walled. I think my patron deity is... Nald and Thal, the twins, which makes sense because I grew up in Ul'dah. As my first character was a thaumaturge. My first job was a thaumaturge, rather. I wonder if that's going to play a bigger role after... I think I'm almost... It's got to... I think it's going to play a bigger role after Shadowbringers, after Endwalker. And here we are, at the last stand. I may have mentioned before, but our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive. The average Sharlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavor with... Although that, the average Sharlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. That doesn't bode well for this place. How can I put this? The food is It's bland. As encapsulated by a famous Archon loaf... Oh god, the worst bread ever, I remember that. The prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first and taste a distant second. There was one pupil at the studium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer. So he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. Oh, that's this place. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Sharlayan, the one and only bastion of the culinary arts in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall their burger being hailed as one of the more impressive items on the menu. Not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. You never ate the burger? Because you were a typical Sharlayan when it came to cheap and convenient, Raha. But surely Tataru has taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. She's quite a good cook, isn't she? We should all stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe there will take us up to the Aetheryte Plaza. Oh, that's right, I have to unlock Aetheryte stuff as I go. So actually, let me... Because isn't there one... I don't think I unlocked this one yet. There's an Aetheryte shard over here I didn't unlock. Alright. Boom. Alright, so we're heading up to Aetheryte Plaza. Lord Fuzzykins, I love just seeing the names. Cosmic Brownie, the names people choose are pretty wonderful. Archon's design. Yeah, this is a real, quite a fancy looking, impressive looking Aetheryte. Again, something I remember from the trailer. Also, also that secret library that Graha was like locked in. I look forward to seeing that. An unusual shape, isn't it? Yeah, it actually really is. I assure you, however, that it's a perfectly functioning Aetheryte. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. Now, being the diligent tour guide that I am, I should make mention of the Confluence, a research facility located on this very plaza. Its much vaunted discoveries are the reason Sharlayan stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. The Confluence, okay. Wait, you stand at the forefront of teleportation technology, really? In deciphering the underlying principles of Allagan Aetherites, it allowed us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. I wonder if the Allagans discovered it too, or if they were just copying from an earlier civilization. And off we go to our next destination, northwest to the Agora, Sharlayan's largest marketplace. Again, really specifically hearkening to ancient Greek terms. Agora was like a Greek market, right? At least I think that's what the Civilization games taught me. So we got a market board here. Who are these people? Bald Swiss. Hello, friend. You enjoying the sights of the city? As a proud resident, I'm always happy when visitors take a liking to Sharlayan's many wonders. Okay, so just some happy, proud people. All right, we got Toffweb's tomes. Yeah, the bookstores here must be awesome. I like this little... Yeah, this looks like bookstores you might see in like Central Park in New York. Retainer Vocate. Okay, good. Full Plate Armoire Proprietor. What kind of stuff do you sell? Oh, you sell like starter stuff for like for level 80. Gotcha. Tool supplier. It's actually probably a good... you should probably use this sooner rather than later, because I think I'm still leveling... I got to level 80 just using level 70 tools. Welcome to the Agora, where you can find wares made in Sharlayan, as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out, for the most part. Prototypes. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up on your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? On a more serious note, the next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purpose here. Is it the library? We must head back to the Aetheryte Plaza, follow the path north, and then climb up the stairs to the imposing building at the very top. Yeah, that's going to be a library, I think. Or maybe it's their seat of government. So we got material people. X potions. Does anyone ever buy an X potion? Gemstone trader. What do you... Oh. So I can't do you yet. Not do you yet. I can't use you yet. I can't platonically and commercially use you. Not yet, anyway. But I will. I'll be back for you, friend. Alright, so we're heading up here, yes? Past Archons Design. Aldbert. Yeah, there's a ton of these of Rogaden here, aren't there? Or just the Welsh names. Or not Welsh, but like fantasy sort of looks maybe sort of like Welsh. Research must needs be conducted efficiently. I surrounded myself with the sweet scent of flowers to calm myself down. Helps me keep an open mind, you see. It's actually a good idea. I moved into my current home a couple months ago, and I have like no living things here beyond me and my cat. And the mold accumulating on old chicken in my refrigerator. I need to get some flowers going in my apartment. Discuss the water. This is the Nymphaeum, an area dedicated to the blessings of water. For Sharlayans, water represents more than a life-sustaining liquid. It's a reminder of the great flood which precipitated the birth of our nation. There was a flood that precipitated Sharlayan? Okay. As well as a symbol of the knowledge which flows from Thaliak's divine ewer. This is the reason you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city, and a propensity for utilizing water as a decorative feature in our architecture. Ah, so the fountain that Thaliak is spewing forth down there is, it has actual meaning behind it. These little decorative features are typical of Sharlayan architecture. Aside from the research wing, our headquarters on the Isle of Val were rather simple and rustic by design. I don't remember it that well, but this makes me want to go back and do Eureka. Sinette, what are you doing? This is the Nymphaeum, a monument built in tribute to water spirits known as the Nymphae. Seems rather fitting for a city that erected a towering statue of the ruler of rivers, Thaliak, no? So Thaliak isn't just a scholar, he is the ruler of rivers. It's good to know. I wonder if we're going to meet up Nymphae. If Nymphae are going to be a beast tribe in this expansion. The Nymphaeum. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, and feel free to correct me if you know the correct way to say it. Alice Archangel, what a badass name. Look at this bunny lady. Tinker's Bell. Is that a new one, Tinker's Bell? I don't remember seeing this before. That's really cool. Oh, it's a bell! Oh my god, it's an actual bell. We have now access to the Aethernight, access to the Rostra. Rostrum's like a podium, right? This grand structure before you is the Rostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. I feel like Hythlodaeus would like this place. My apologies. From here one can see the entire city spread out below. The vista put me in mind of my arrival in the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Sharlayan, hence the similarities. Okay. And bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town, a community. The Crystarium, I can almost see its echo. I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the counselors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. Amen. For now, however, the tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fittingly named Journey's End. They're really... Talk about Endwalker. You got the last stand, Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. Yeah, I don't blame you for getting distracted, Graha. Check this place out. Will you let me in? Probably not yet, right, Ethelise? This is the Rostra where the... You wish for a tour? Enter and speak with one... Oh, you do let me in. Okay, we'll come back here. I'm sure we'll let her guide us. We'll let Krile guide us. Jump! I am really glad that you cannot Oh, there's a whole section to the east here. I'm really glad you can't mount up in cities. Like, I don't mind it in World of Warcraft, but it does feel a little bit weird to see just everyone on like giant elephants in a city. Soba salad. We have arrived at Journey's End. History tells us this was where those who put ashore with Archon Nunkrep built their first homes. So Archon Nunkrep must have been one of the founding parents. In the present day, it serves as the residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Sharlayan families. You'll see that one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbors. That estate belongs to our friends from House Levelier. Yeah, it belonged to our friends from House Levelier. Now it belongs to one asshole who's still in House Levelier. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. And with that, we bring our little Sharlayan tour to a close. I hope it has proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Yeah, nice job, Krile. Now shall we head directly to the Baldessian Annex? You remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We head down the harbor, cross this bridge to our right, and follow the path below the Aetheryte Plaza? Correct, after you, Kakushu. So, I'm guessing that this is the, this is like House, what do you call it? House, Levelier. I also wonder if, because this is giving me the vibes not only of the Crystarium, but of Verbert. Like, of that, when we first met the dog fairy lady. Dog fairy person, I don't remember their name. The one who was like, talked like this, talked like nasally, talked a little bit like Deputy Dog. Yeah, it reminds me of that dungeon we had to go through, that old Verbertite castle. Alright, so we're going to unlock this Aetheryte. Yeah, Levelier Estate. Ox Landing. And I was supposed to go back down, but let me just take a little tour through the south here. My friends and I gather from Jevin. My friends and I gather from time to time to discuss what we've been reading recently. It's truly helped us broaden our intellectual horizons. I don't read nearly as much as I should. I like her haircut. Arthur Burr. My mother told me never to talk to strangers, so I'm ignoring you. See? This is me paying you no mind at all. Nice job. You and your twin. God, it's like Village of the Damned here. Oh, you know what? No, the place is... Oh, no, it's down there. I already did the one to the north. Yeah, so this is the residential district, but not the general... I wonder if there's like a slums in this place. Or if it's just everyone lives well. Probably not, because they mentioned that they singled out, like, this is the place for like their version of the high houses to be. So I'm guessing that not everyone is living in utter splendor here. What do you about you, Zabini? Are you living in utter splendor here? See that stylish, shiny new house there? It's mine! I'd say I was dang lucky to snag the plot from it, but no, I really do deserve it. That's an energy I should aspire to. Yeah, some might say I'm lucky, but no, I really just am that awesome. That person reminds me of a friend of mine named Zeynep. Yeah. And that's a good thing. Information's everything. No, this is Prosper Lane. I made the same names because if you're anything like me, sometimes if you're enjoying a video like this, especially this slow one, you might enjoy it the way you do a podcast. So I'll try to say names sometimes. Prosper Lane. Information's everything. That's why I'm standing here chatting with anyone I can find. What, you think I was slacking? I mean, you didn't ask me anything, but that's okay. I don't mind. I won't take offense. Alright, what about this place? Discuss Journey's End. Sharlayan is full of educational and research institutions, but there are still professors who prefer to establish their own private practices. Not that I ever attended the exclusive schools they run in these residences. Perhaps the twins could tell you more about them. Oh, no doubt. Right, we crossed this bridge here, as I recall. Stick to the path and be careful not to end up back in the Aetheroid Plaza. Yeah, you sound like you've been lost a bunch in the city. So where are we heading, actually? We're heading to the Baldessian Annex. Okay. So I wasn't sure if these things would get checked off. It doesn't look like they do. Yeah, I mean, we are heading back in the Aetheroid Plaza, but that's where we're supposed to be heading, right? I mean, we're not going there, but we're passing through there. I hope... I just saw someone with an Alpha minion out. I do hope that Alpha and Omega find their way over here. I think they'd enjoy adventuring in this area. I wonder if they'll actually update their code to path sometimes into this area. I don't know how they get here, but I'm sure they can find a way. Stow away on the boat. As the joyous look on Raha's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the Baldessian Annex. If you continue up the hill, you'll arrive on the doorstep of Phenomenon. But I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Phenomenon? Phenomenon is a cool sounding place. You might even say it's a phenomenal name. I'm back! And I've brought Krile and Kukushu and Raha with me. Oh, I friggin' love your glasses. Ah, you were right about the ship then. Hello, Raha. Nice to see you again. I'm gonna give this the nerdiest voice ever. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Kukushu. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Ojika! Ojika Tsunjika! It's been an age. Allow me to introduce Ojika... Oh, no, that's Krile's voice. Allow me to introduce Ojika Tsunjika, Administration Officer for the students of Baldessian. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. You may recall meeting his cousin Ejika. Oh shit, Ejika, I remember. Again, I didn't play through the entirety of Eureka, but I remember he was a key player there, and he looks very similar. Oh yes, Eureka. Oh yes, Eureka. I've read the initial reports. Quite a shock to hear what's become of the Isle. Do take care if you have the opportunity to rejoin the expedition. This place is like a second home for the students. The Isle of Val served as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasion to visit Sharlayan, whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. And the annex here was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engaged in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the Isle itself, vanished, the annex has served as our base of operations. And yet, it feels so empty. With so many lost to us, the organization is a shell of its former self. The day will come when we will see the students rise again. I trust you, Krile. But first, we must ensure that the Telophoroi fall. Yeah, first things first. Through that door on the left there is the main hall, where we can discuss our options moving forward. Once everyone arrives, that is. You probably have time to rest before discussions begin in earnest. Oh, through the right? I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Andron, so please feel free to make yourself at home. I really like the cinematography, and there's no real other way to describe it, like the way the camera panned around as she shifted her attention to the right door. Ah, the nap rooms! Perfect for an afternoon doze. For a cat nap, one might say. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed. Far more than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. I like cheap roadside inns. It was simply that we were often so busy with research or exhausted from journeys abroad, we would slip into the Andron just to steal a few winks. And thus they became known to the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps might last well into the following morning. That's adorable. Say the word and I'll be happy to show you to the chamber. Okay, thank you, Ojika. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. Yeah, I'm sure they're all doing their own thing. Someone already hit level 86. I guess that makes sense. It's been out for a few days. Old Sharlayan, new to you, objective fulfilled. Oh, look at all these people. Spidey, Astera, oh, so many. What does this look? Oh, look at this surfer over here with the pink cat. Not a surfer, but like, maybe it looks a little bit surfery. I don't know, the beachy. The cap, the necklaces. What an awesome glamour set. So, Krile speaks the science with a speculative look. Okay. Where are we going from here? Oh, right. Did we unlock? Did we do this already? No, we didn't attune to this. So, can I see? Yeah, I can see what I've missed so far. Baldensian Annex, so the only thing I'm missing is the Studium. Wait, was that a purple portal? I could swear I just saw a purple portal appear. I thought that might be a new Aetheryte look or something, but maybe not. No, I think it was someone else's animation. What do you have to say, Graha? Do you have papers posted on the walls of your room? I do not, but I should. Again, I have very little in the walls of my room. It was not unusual for occupants to pin up notes or documents and such, and then forgot to take them when they went on their merry way. Sometimes it was quite deliberate, though. You might see complaints addressed to other members, or a thank you card for the engrossing literature someone left behind. Like a little, message board. Beloved traditions that I should know better than to dwell upon. If we are to create a future for the students of Baldesion and so many others, we must look to the days ahead. Yeah, but it's okay to draw inspiration and joy from the days of the past, too. Where's Krile? Oh, and let's talk to Eureka. Welcome back. Ready to take a nap? Ask about the Andron. As Graha explained, the Andron's rooms were furnished for folks needing a break from all-night research, or recently returned from expeditions. The students are used to seeing those walls plastered with articles and diagrams and personal messages, but I imagine it's quite a surprise to our newer guests. Why not take them down, you ask? Well, it's often the same people who stay in those chambers, after all. And besides, when I see old notes written by friends, those who've since passed, oh man, this got sad. It's comforting in a way, as if they're still here with us. Oh, and just to be clear, these are properly appointed bedrooms. Any mention of naps is not meant to dissuade you from getting a full night's sleep. Thank you. Can I actually retire to my room? Let's see what happens when I do that. Clean sheets and warm blankets await. Rest as long as you like. Thank you, Eureka. The Northern Empty, the Andron. Yeah, this is like a new home. This is like a new inn room. You got... Whoa. Can I climb this ladder? No. But there's like a ladder up to like a loft in the second floor, like to new, more storage space. Yeah, here are the notes on the walls that we heard about. This is so cool. Yeah, so this will be my main inn, I guess. Like when I want to stop by my armoire or that sort of thing. Comfy feather bed. Is that a comfy feather bed? It looks like it's made of stone, but maybe it's a platform bed. I guess Sharlayans don't have box springs. Okay. The Northern Empty, Old Sharlayan. This is a new piece, right? I'm pretty sure it's a new piece, just for this place, rather than the theme of an old place. Still very familiar. Long loading times right now, but that's to be expected with all the clutter. Also, I'm on a PS4, not a PS5. Ooh, check this person out. I like the face paint on this bunny girl. Alright, main hall entrance. So is this going to be our new HQ? Yep, notes on the walls, the whole 9 yards. Krile. Feeling refreshed and alert? Our colleagues should be wandering in soon, so I suggest we stay here and wait for them to join us. So the gang is all back together right now.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
I was delayed.
It's fine, Urianger. We're all here now.
Were you plotting some kind of super secret plan to pretend you're betraying us, but you're not actually betraying us?
Let's get down to business then, shall we?
Shall we?
Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroi's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal.
Lay it on me.
The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum.
Sharlayan, not Sharlayan. Okay,
As
Sharlayan.
most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy.
However,
The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it.
and so I wonder if what's his name, Papa Jerkface, the Levelier's father, is one of those.
And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member.
Ah,
as
Galef.
was Archon Louisois.
I'm just thinking of Final Fantasy V Galef. What a great character that was.
Despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous.
Huh. So either there's some secret knowledge that they've come across, or they're being strong-armed. I'm inclined to think the former.
Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
So they're being squirrely about it. They're not being honest.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones.
That's his name.
'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, it simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
I mean, I don't know, but we've seen from Yulmore that some people can react to apocalypses by giving up. So maybe it's that, but I don't think it's that. I don't think it's going to be that simple.
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldesion.
And is Krile the head of the students of Baldesion, or is she just a member?
Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth.
So I see the crystal tower there. Is that Cartano to the top right, top left? I don't know. Like where the meteor crashed down, maybe.
Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas.
No, that
Many
red
with
thing isn't the
scholars and
Crystarium.
academics who share our passion for the unknown.
Or Crystal Tower. And then there's an airship, I guess. Is that an airship? And then I'm not sure what's in the bottom there. It's like it's just a hall. I don't know. It's hard to tell.
The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nidana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair.
That's Radzat-Han. I see Radzat-Han on the map.
Her
Okay.
missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
So that's how they get involved. They're asking for help.
In response to this threat, the satrap of Radzat-Han, the individual who governs the city-state,
Satrap.
has
Okay.
instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts.
The traditions of dance, right? Aren't they, I mean, that's not what he's talking about, but isn't that where the dancers are
It is
from?
possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
So we may have luck talking to them.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
I think I might know one.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Krile's lines of inquiry, and having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice.
Makes sense.
But the investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnairian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is quite the quandary.
Yeah, but, like, it sounds like one you need me specifically for, the others most of you can handle, right?
Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
So will I have the choice of which to start with, like in Shadowbringers? Maybe. I love that face, the, yay, I'm gonna punch things.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned.
Okay.
As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
Remind me what the Archons are. Are they just like officers, basically, in Sharlayan, or are they something else?
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Are you going to split up, twins?
Altissia and I would also like to help.
Oh, good, you're
If you
not.
would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Of course, the more the merrier.
So who's actually coming to Thavnair with me?
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavnair.
Alright, so it's got me, you, Estinian.
Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavnair on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
They're independent from the Empire, right? They're not a protectorate or a colony of it? I think they
I'll be
are.
happy to have you along then.
I think they're independent,
So for
I
this
mean.
group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Ah, yes, Urianger. Okay. I just assumed he was staying here for some
Give me
reason.
a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Amen. Here we go. I don't know where I'm going to pick first then. That's a decision I will probably make next time. Old Sharlayan, new to you. Quest complete. Okay. Before I do this, there's one more thing I want to check out. You know what? No. I was going to go see what unlocked, see that place that required me to complete this quest first, but there's probably a bunch of stuff here. So that's going to be it for me for now. Next time I will take a browse around old Sharlayan and see what new things opened up for me. And I'm not going to do crafting stuff just yet. That's going to be for later. But I'm going to see what new things opened up for me, and I will then decide which path to pick. All right, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.